In the early days of World War II, the Allies were faced with a very unfortunate situation. The Axis powers' panzer divisions outgunned and outmaneuvered the Allies. This brought them to the brink of disaster. But then came a tank, while being far from perfect, became a workhorse on the hot deserts of North Africa. Learn this story of the M3 Lee on Forgotten History. The M3 Lee wasn't born to win beauty pageants, it was born to solve a specific problem. In 1940, the US Army needed a tank with heavy firepower to counter Germany's panzer divisions. But there was a major problem. American factories were not capable of producing a rotating turret large enough to hold a 75mm cannon. The solution? A fixed full-mounted gun paired with a smaller 37mm cannon mounted in the turret. It was a very strange design and not ideal for long-term service, but it did the job when no other option was ready for combat. Take a Swiss Army knife and weld tracks on it. That is the M3 Lee. Versatile, but definitely not the prettiest tool in the toolbox. The M3 Lee made its combat debut in North Africa during 1942, facing off against the Desert Fox, Erwin Rommel's Afrika Panzer Corps, and quickly proved one thing: the Lee in fact packed the proper punch. Its 75mm cannon had enough firepower to take out Germany's Panzer IIIs and IV medium tanks at longer range, a game changer for the Allies. But it wasn't all sunshine and victories. The M3 Lee was very tall for a tank, so tall it became an easy target for enemy tank crews. The Lee crews often joked that it was like driving a skyscraper into battle. The M3 Lee's distinguishable actions came at the Second Battle of El Alamein. Allied forces, led by General Montgomery, launched a massive assault on Rommel's lines. The Lees played a crucial role, smashing through the enemy defenses with their powerful 75mm main cannons and the 37mm cannons on top, supporting it as well. Sure, they weren't invincible, but their firepower and reliability helped turn the tide of battle, and ultimately, the war in North Africa. By 1943, the M3 Lee had been replaced by its successor, the M4 Sherman, a tank that incorporated everything the Lee had taught its designers. But that doesn't mean the Lee was forgotten. Over 6,000 units of this tank were produced, and they served on fronts from North Africa to the Pacific. So, was the M3 Lee perfect? Probably the farthest tank from it, but it didn't have to be. It was a tank that arrived when the call was needed. A rough and ready machine that bought time and saved many lives fighting in Northern Africa. The M3 Lee may not have won the war, but it helped pave the road to victory. if you ever get a chance to see this clunky tank in a museum or play it in War Thunder, remember, it's not just an ugly machine. It's a piece of history that proves sometimes good enough is exactly what you need to win. I hope you enjoyed this different episode of Forgotten History. If you have a plane or a tank that you think has a forgotten history, leave it down in the comments, and while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe to never miss a video. Every action is appreciated. Till the next video, never forget your history. See y'all on the next mission.